Welcome back to Timberborn. We are playing on a new map. I have deemed this map Mount Beavermore. Very exciting. As you can see, we actually are decently far along on this map, and I wanted to do this very differently and more efficiently. So a couple of the changes that I made, as you'll see, are that we only have large water tanks. We don't have any small water tanks on this map. I don't really feel like the small water tanks are that useful since they only store 30 water and these store 300. So we just skipped that altogether. And we have done a little something over here. So instead of using an irrigation tower, I used a water dump, which I know I said in a previous episode I didn't understand what the point of it was. And now I do, because here, by putting water into this little pond that we've created, we actually have turned this entire area green and made it an area that we can farm in. So pretty neat. I'm thinking of actually doing the same thing over here so that we can expand our little tree farm that we have going on. And then we did start to utilize a more efficient power source. So you'll see that there are no power wheels, no little hamster wheels here. We're only using water wheels that are all connected to every single building. And then we have these windmills as like backup power during the dry season when these water wheels stop working. But everything is all interconnected. So it's pretty cool. And we actually already have 60 beavers. And we have a pretty good little housing situation going on here. And we're doing pretty solid on food and water. But as you can see, we are struggling with logs. We decided to make this entire, like, I don't know what you call it, reservoir thing, and that has used quite a few logs, and we're actually expanding it too so that we can raise these bridges up even higher, or these floodgates up even higher. So yeah, so we definitely need more logs. So what I am thinking is if we come over here and we put a water dump in maybe here. Let's see if that will reach. I think it should. We're gonna try it out. So we're gonna put a water dump here. We'll path over, see if that reaches. It does, perfect. And then I'm going to do the same thing I did on the other side and put in some levees. So I think we'll come in here. I think that should be pretty good. And then we will high prioritize these ones because we need these built before we turn this on. The reason that this is better is because it uses far less water than the irrigation tower. I just pause this once the water is full, and then it doesn't use any more water, which is super nice. So definitely the move instead of the irrigation tower. We left this area open in hopes of maybe adding some more buildings. And I do want to add, if possible, we don't have like a ton of room in this little river, but I would like to, oh, we have a drought in 3 days, little beavers, 3 days. I would like to add some sort of like water pump in here if we can. I think that would be good if we could add one like here. So I'm gonna come in and add a new path, just like behind it, and then we'll delete this path. Oh, but we can't because this building's here. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Well, what we can do potentially, if we can unlock the dynamite, which we are working towards that, we could just dynamite that little bit there, I guess. Maybe we can just add one in here. Nope, we cannot. Okay, new plan. We're gonna add one somewhere up here. This is gonna be somewhat of like a temporary one until we get this whole thing built out. And then we'll high prioritize that. And we are really short on logs, so we definitely need to get some of these trees up and running. Maybe we can even plant some stuff up here. Perhaps. Maybe. And it's a new day. And we still don't have any logs. And yes, we have 11 unemployed beavers. Not using the power wheels has definitely made an enormous difference on our beaver head count. So we do need to put these beavers to work, but I think everything we have is pretty much full. So until we get down here and open up the farmhouse, there's really not much else for our poor little beavers to do. We could look at adding in some more science, but we actually have 800 science almost, which is pretty good. So I don't even know if we need to do that. And we're very close to unlocking the underground storage. I skipped over the large warehouse because you can't, like, I don't know, I just don't think it's that useful. The way it's shaped, it's not very easy to build on. So I figured we might as well just go straight to the underground storage. So right now, all of our storage is pretty much in this like cool little housing thingy that we built. I wonder if maybe we can like move things over somehow. I don't know. Not really. We're kind of strapped on space. I would like to get down here too. We're pretty close to being able to set up a district down here. And then we can also replace this little dam setup with floodgates and have a little bit more control over our water situation. And the drought has started, an 8-day drought. Oh. So we're gonna pause all the water pumps. Our food production should be able to continue just fine, hopefully. I guess we'll pause building that water pump because it's really not going to be that useful. And we will continue on. So I think we are going to build a couple more science huts here. I know we don't have many logs, but I just feel like we don't have enough for our beavers to do. So I think that should be pretty good. And we'll make sure that maple is being planted here. Maybe we can even do like a strip of maple in here. Might as well. And I suppose we could just do pretty much all of this in maple. And I would like to add another windmill here as well. But the spacing on these is like pretty strange. So I think what we'll need to do is replace this with a T intersection. So we're gonna do that. We'll replace it there. So I guess we'll do this here. Something like that, I think should work. And we have 5.5 days left, 1,400 water, 800 food. I don't know what is going on here in this random hole. So I think what we should do, since we're super light on logs, is look at potentially getting down this way. So I believe we'll need a single platform down here. And then another platform here. I think something like that should work. And then hopefully we can get down here and cut these trees. And that should give us quite a few logs, but we do need some sort of lumberjack flag. I'm going to put it up here because I don't really have room down here to create a path. So we'll put that there. And then I would like to get down on this side as well. I think if we can mark these to be cut, hopefully someone will come cut those. And we have less than 4 days left of the drought. We are down to 1,000 water. We still have 0 logs. And these windmills do not want to turn. So all our little beavers, like Ayagi, are sitting on their tails doing nothing. In other news, up here, I think we're gonna run into an issue with being able to build some of these ones over here where it says the construction site is too far. I think there'll just be a couple of them where they can't reach. So we might need to actually build some stairs here as well. And I'm wondering if maybe we can actually get a lumberjack flag over here. And then maybe we can put stairs going up this way. If we do something like this. And then path over here. I think we should be able to hopefully cut these trees down here too. And we might as well put a forester hut here as well. And think about maybe planting some trees. Maybe all in here. I think that should be pretty good. Hopefully that will fix our tree issue. And then we still have this coming online that we can use for more trees or farming as well. And we now have 2 days left and we have 800 water. It's actually not too bad considering these floodgates here. We could lower these if we wanted to. We could lower these a little bit and get some water actually flowing through here. And then we could turn back on one of these water pumps too. Maybe even 2 of them. And as soon as this starts going down, we can just lower the floodgates again. I kind of forgot this whole reservoir existed on Mount Beavermore here. And then this guy over here is getting a little bit low. Actually, it's not getting very low. We're just going to leave it. I am going to bump up our forester in priority. I think that's pretty important. And then I am going to deprioritize these inventor huts. They're definitely not quite as useful. It would be good to get this farming hut in because our food is not exactly going up. And then I think we'll lower these a notch more and get some more water flowing in here. And I might actually delete this water pump. I think it's a pretty poorly placed water pump. I would rather put one up on top of this if possible. And the drought is over! We made it. That was actually very, very easy. That was not too bad at all. And we actually are starting to get some wood, which is great. So let's add, I think another lumberjack flag somewhere in here should be good. Let's maybe put one here. And this forester is already up and running, which is super exciting. So we should be able to actually unpause this and get that going. And our water pumps! Oh my gosh, how did I forget? We need to unpause all of these. Perfect. And as you can see, our network power supply is less than our demand, which is definitely not ideal. So I do want to see if maybe we can add in another water wheel somewhere. Like maybe we can add one in here or up here. I'm thinking this is going to be the best spot for it. So let's go ahead and do that. And I would like to add one here as well, but it says the construction site is too far. So let's high prioritize these stairs here. I think that will be important for us to be able to get down to this area to get more wood, and then we'll high prioritize this one after it. So the next thing we need to figure out is where to put our water pumps. I'm thinking that we can actually just line this whole area with some water pumps. And I would like to do it on this side. So the other thing I learned is that if you put the water pumps really close to the water tanks, they can get water a lot faster because they don't have to travel as far from where they're pumping water to where they're storing it. So I think it would be best if we could potentially put some water tanks in here. Then they can just run down here to store them. But in order to do that, we need to delete this one crop. Like so. And then we'll need to replace that with a platform that goes in here. And we'll probably need to do something like this. Perfect. So we've put the water pump in here. So once all this gets built, it will just sit on top. And I think we can actually just do kind of a whole row of water pumps here. So if we plug in platforms here, we can do a couple more water pumps, and then we can path over this way. And that should be pretty good because they'll just be able to come over here and store that as soon as I get rid of this potato seedling we have here. And we have quite a few trees that nobody seems to be collecting, or maybe they are? Oh, it's not marked to cut them. Well, that would help. That would certainly help. And these guys are down here getting the wood, so that is good. They have figured that out. And our farmhouse is almost done as well. So once we get this up and running, I think that will help us get rid of all of these crops that are ready to harvest, because a lot of them were just kind of sitting and waiting on them. Now, if we look at our storage situation, our storage is pretty full. So what I would like to do is unlock this underground storage and see if we can find a spot to put the storage, perhaps up here even. I want it to be somewhere close to the farmhouses so they don't have to go too far. But maybe we just plug it in up here, actually. I think that should be good. And that needs gears, planks, and logs. We have enough gears. We have plenty of planks. So that was the other difference, the other change that I made this time. I decided to do a lot more lumber mills. That way we were never short on planks, knowing that everything requires planks. So we're doing pretty good on planks. We could probably use more gears. Maybe we could throw in another gear workshop here. But in order to do that, we do need more power. Let's think about that later. For now, we got our farmhouse up and running. I do want to start adding some more leisure stuff. So I'd like to add a campfire or a rooftop terrace or something of that nature. Okay, we've decided. We're putting our campfire up here. I don't know if that's really the best location, but I think it works. And we're gonna deprioritize it because, let's be honest, it's not quite that important. Now, as far as our logs are concerned, we only have 2 stockpiles for them, which is not a lot. So maybe we can consider adding another log storage pile. I think we'll put that in here. Now this is coming along pretty nicely. It seems like all of our effort is going towards this. So I am just going to prioritize the underground warehouse first. And we already have another drought in 3 days. We have 2 days left into the droughts. Our underground storage is coming along quite nicely. That should be good to help us get more food. I think the storage is maybe part of the reason that we don't really have a whole lot of food. This, unfortunately, is just not going to be ready in time. We still have quite a lot of work that we have to do on that. But if we raise it up to 3, I think it's gonna flood. Yep, it's flooding. It's flooding. It's flooding. It's flooding. Oh no. Ah! Everything flooded. Okay, note to self, 3 does not work. It definitely does not work. No unemployed beavers? How is that possible? Jezamalu, you are prioritizing maple. I am still confused how we have so few unemployed beavers, but maybe we should unpause one of these and let it build now that we have some more food planted. And look at that! Our underground warehouse is complete. Look at them go! How cool is that? It holds up to 4,000 things. That is amazing. And that should definitely make it a lot easier for our farmers to go from here to storage. So hopefully that will help speed things up a little bit. And we are in another 8-day drought. And our windmills aren't working. No surprise. Oh, we have to pause the water pumps. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. I think we can leave 1 water pump going. I think that'll be fine, and we'll just have to keep an eye on the water levels that are already extremely low. So maybe actually we should just pause that one. How are they already so low? Like, look at that. There's like no water in here. I think we should already let some water out. And I'm thinking maybe it's because we're using a dam instead of a floodgate. So the water levels just don't really, they just don't stay very high. I'm also thinking of adding another farmhouse because we have so many plants that we are just not harvesting. So let's put a farmhouse in, I think here should be good. We will high prioritize that. And then we can add in actually some decorations. So let's unlock this. We'll unlock this. Maybe we'll do something like that. That should be pretty good. Now over here, these 4 things can't get built because they can't reach them. And same with these 2. I think the rest they can reach. So it's really just these. So what we might have to do, I don't love this, but I think we're gonna have to like path across this. So we already have the stairs coming down here. We'll increase the priority on those. And then we will just path across here. And maybe here. Something like that, and then hopefully, let's see, hopefully this can reach. Although it looks like they should be able to reach with this path. Pause, pause, pause. So why can't they reach over here? If they could reach this one, why can't they reach this one? Oh, it seems like they can. Isn't that strange? Didn't it just say that they couldn't reach these? Oh, because the stairs weren't done. Oh. So we are finally increasing the amount of logs that we have, but I still feel like we just don't quite have enough. So I am going to get this water dump going so that we can add more trees there. And our little campfire is built. Look how happy they are. Little Vuji and Vinji and Kakugoth. And this is not connected somehow. Ah, because we need a path here. Now that's connected and we should be able to get some more beavers and grow our little beaver population. We also have this whole area down here that we could use for more farming or for trees. I'm thinking we have bread, we have carrots, we don't have a lot of potatoes. I'm thinking we do a farmhouse and a grill down here. So let's put our grill here. And our farmhouse maybe in this little corner here. Something like that. And then let's plant some potatoes. And then once we get over here, I think we should be able to start a new district and maybe kind of share resources a little bit. So we have 2.5 days left of the drought. 2.5 days. I think we're looking pretty good. It seems like the farming, they're able to actually catch up to what we have now. And our storage is already going bananas. We have so much more food. I think maybe the storage was the problem before because we just didn't have enough, so the farmers were just kind of like chilling. I'm thinking we will start our next district maybe over here. So with that in mind, we should probably look at starting to add more storage somewhere where we can put the district or the distribution post like not too far from it to make it easier to transfer storage. I kind of want to do it up top, like on top of this whole thing. So if we do something like this, and if we path over this way, we'll have two kind of nice paths going on here. And then we can actually put another underground storage. I think we'll do it here. Like so. To make it easier for our farmers and then eventually to open a new district over here. We're almost done with the drought. We have half a day. So let's go ahead and lower the floodgates again, get some more water flowing. And I am going to turn back on this water pump here. As well as this one, might as well. And we can pause this water dump because this is full and this whole area is now green. This whole area was brown before, now it's green. So what we can do is come in here, add some more trees, and the drought has ended. Lovely, lovely. I'm gonna save this green area just in case we want to do farming, because we have quite a large like tree selection going on. And then we need to put these back up to 2.5 and turn all of our water pumps back on. And for some... Oh, this is built! Fantastic! So once this fills back up, these should start spinning. And we have now 900 power, but we need 930. Oh no! Oh no! What's going on? Oh, it was just a weird fluke, I guess. So the other thing I was thinking is we have this one water source, right? From here. And it only comes out in one direction, this way. So this whole other side is completely barren because there's no water headed in this direction. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe we should actually change these to floodgates. And then we can maybe dynamite. We can dynamite something to get water going in a different direction. Like we could make like a little river that would go down into here and here. I just don't know if it would flood anything else that we have going on. I guess it would stop here probably. And then it would just run off here. So I think that's what we'll do. We are going to replace these with double floodgates, which I know are like excessively tall, but I just want to make sure that if we want to completely block water that we can. And if we do the single ones, I don't think it will completely block water. So we're just going to do it that way. Uh-oh. So we have a minor issue. We've kind of built these out of order. So we have to do some scaffolding. Of course. So let's pause this one. They should build this one first. Let's pause this one. That way they build this one first. I think hopefully that should fix some of the issues, because once they build this one, then we can unpause this one. But now we actually need to give them a path over this way. So that they can build these. And hopefully once these stairs are in, that won't be too far of a path for them. Now somehow we have 10 unemployed beavers. So I'm gonna make sure that our hauling post is good. I think things are good. We have plenty of food. Our only issue right now is water. So let's add in another large water tank here. I think that should be pretty good. And then we'll add in some decorations to fill up the other space. So now they built that one, so we can unpause this one, and then we will high prioritize these stairs, get those built. So our power network is now 1,000 and we only need 930, so that is absolutely perfect. That's great, because if any of these windmills shut off, that gives us a little bit of buffer. We're doing good on planks. I think we're pretty good on most items. We could probably add another scavenger flag here. Or maybe 2 because we have so many unemployed beavers. So I'm just high prioritizing some of these ones that are kind of on the outside. That way we don't screw up and somehow mess that up. I'm almost tempted. I think we should actually build, we have a hauling post, but I think we should maybe build a builder's hut just to help speed things up a little bit. And it fits perfectly in there. So we'll go ahead and build that. That should employ 4 beavers as well. And we will high prioritize that so that we can get some more help with building. I think we should also unlock the temple. I kind of want to put it up like super high, but I don't know if it will actually let me build it up here. Let's see. It won't, which is definitely a bummer. That kind of foils my plans a little bit. I think what we'll do instead then is maybe put one of these monuments up here. So we'll wait until we unlock enough science and then get a monument up there. But I'm thinking this is a pretty good place to stop. I just wanted to show off our new Mount Beavermore town. I think it's looking very nice, very efficient. This building isn't connected. Oh no. So in the next episode, hopefully we can actually see our Mount Beavermore reservoir get fully built. And then we'll start working on trying to get dynamite so we can create a river back on this side. But thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next one.